So a bunch of trades happened and a bunch of other stuff happened in the NBA, and I'm just going to talk about it. If you don't like the NBA, then get out of here. Just don't watch this, obviously. The Lakers were fined $50,000 for tampering because they talked about Giannis, and that's bad apparently. I don't understand it anymore. Kristaps Porzingis, I saw him land on his leg. I saw him go down. It was like he tore his ACL, and they're like, he's probable to return. I was like, no, he tore his ACL. He actually did tear his ACL. I was right. He's a franchise player for the Knicks now after they traded away Carmelo, so that sucks for them. He was having a great season for him personally. The team was not doing good, but it gives a chance for other guys like Luke Cornett to step up. Luke Cornett in his debut had 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 blocks. First career game had a double-double, which is very impressive for him. He was 4 for 9 from the field, 3 of 7 from the three-point range. So he had a very good debut. That's what I got for that. Knicks season is done. What else? So the Cavs blew up their roster. I'm just going to talk about how they blew up their roster. Going to give you the details of the trade, multiple trades, and how they went down, basically. So the trades that happened for the Cavaliers, Isaiah Thomas and Channing Frye were sent. And Isaiah Thomas, Channing Frye, and a 2018 first-round pick were sent to the Lakers. And in return, they got Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance Jr. The Isaiah Thomas experiment did not work. I mean, Isaiah Thomas, he's very overrated. He can score. I'll give him that. He can score, but his defense is not good. Just mainly because of his size. That definitely hurts him. And then he didn't really mesh with the Cavs. They never really had chemistry, so that kind of blew up. And that had an ugly end. And 2 days before, he said, I don't want to be traded anymore. I like Cleveland, so that stings for him. Anyways, that's the Cavs are 2-0 against. It's not like they played the Nets and the other bad team. They played the Oklahoma City Thunder in Oklahoma City and the Boston Celtics in Boston, and they've won both games. So that's big for them. I'm not calling them the Eastern Conference champions or anything, but they're definitely better than they were by blowing up their roster. I'll get into more of the trades. Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., Jordan Clarkson, definitely better than Channing Frye. He's been doing pretty good. He can score, he shoot. Don't know much about his defense, just going to be brutally honest, I don't. And then Larry Nance Jr. can dunk on some people. Just dunk on him and make them look bad. So, yep, that's that. Cavs traded for Rodney Hood and George Hill. They've been going after George Hill, so this was not much of a surprise. They had been wanting him for a while. So it was a 3-team deal. From Sacramento, they got George Hill. From Utah, they got Rodney Hood. And then Derrick Rose and Jay Crowder went to the Jazz. And then Joe Johnson, Iman Shumpert, and a 2020 second-round pick went to Sacramento. Sacramento right now, not doing too good. Utah is on a 10-game win streak, which is great for them. Donovan Mitchell in contention for Rookie of the Year. He's having a great season, averaging almost 20 a game. They beat the Spurs a couple days ago, which is a big win. You beat the Spurs, you're pretty good. Yeah. So where else is it? Oh yeah, Derrick Rose. It was him or D Wade that was going to get traded, and no matter who it was, D Wade or Derrick Rose, the Jazz were going to waive him. So Derrick Rose got cut basically. So he's a free agent now. So he can go wherever he wants, or he can retire, because he talked about retirement earlier in the year just because he gets injured all the time. And his prime is over. So Dwayne Wade was traded back to Miami. He's been with Miami a lot of years. Then he went to Chicago because he didn't get enough money offered from Miami. It was the same summer as Durant. The same summer that Durant left. So he went to Chicago. That all blew up, and he asked for a buyout. He got a buyout. He went to Cleveland to go back with LeBron. And then they traded him back to Miami, and now he's saying he doesn't want to be anywhere else. He wants to finish his career in Miami, where he started it. He got a huge ovation when he first came into the game. He came off the bench in that game. And they traded him to Miami for a second-round pick. So they blew up their roster to get better, and so far it's worked because that team did not have chemistry. They were not doing good together. It just was not working out at all. The team was not. They didn't like each other very much. They just didn't play well together. They allowed 148 points to a team. They lost probably 9 out of 10 games at one point, but it was bad for them. So obviously we knew the Cavs were going to make trades just to try to improve, and they did a very good job. The Cavs front office did a really good job at this. So yeah, that's that. Lou Williams got an extension. He was talked about. Him and DeAndre Jordan were thought to be traded to the Cavs. But Lou Williams signed a 3-year extension. I think it's worth $42 million. Lou Williams, when I make the All-Star video, I'll go off about that. But he should be an All-Star. He's had a heck of a season, and he deserves it. He's averaging 24 points a game, coming off the bench, might I add. He's one of the best. He's a great shooter. He's a great offensive player. He can score from anywhere. I mean, he's an incredible player, and the fact that Goran Dragic is in over him is absurd, but I'll talk about that later in a different video. DeAndre Jordan trade just didn't fall through because they were trying to make it a 3-team trade between the Clippers, the Cavs, and another team, and the Clippers wanted a center, and they couldn't find one, so that just didn't fall through. Draymond Green was fined $50,000 in the game that the Thunder beat the Warriors by 20 in Oracle Arena because he said some harsh language towards the ref, so he got fined $50,000. So, good job, Draymond. This is why we all love you. Patrick McCaw is out 4 weeks with a fractured hand. He's off the bench for the Warriors. That's all I got on him. A bunch of other small trades happened. Like there was one that sent Devin Harris away from Dallas. I think it was to New York or something. And then the Mavs got Doug McDermott. But there were a bunch of small trades like that I did not cover. If you want me to talk about any of them, I'll talk about them. Just comment about it, and I'll do that. That's all I got. All-Star video will come later this week. Might do a Daytona 500 preview. And that's all I got for right now, so that's it.